Here is all of the vegan food that I ate, and you can eat too, in Greece. In my vegan guide to Greece, I will jump around from destination to destination, so if there's a place you plan on traveling to Greece, just go to that part of the video or just watch the whole thing if you just want to consider where you want to go depending on the food options, or your itinerary is a little bit open and flexible. But regardless, make sure you stay to the end of the video because I will be talking about some of my best tips for how to be vegan, just in general, anywhere you go in Greece. But with that being said, let's get started with the capital and the letter A, kind of alphabetical start, in Athens. All of the places and restaurants I ate at in Athens are in the Syntigma Square, Monasteraki Square, just this kind of area that's north of the Acropolis, which is very good for sightseeing and a good place to base yourself for tourism. But the first place I'll mention is Holy Llama Cafe. It's a really cute, kind of chic, nice aesthetic and vibe cafe that's all vegan. So all vegan baked goods, all vegan like coffees and things to eat. They also have like a breakfast menu, but their claim to fame is the pistachio wheel, which is just like what it sounds like. It's like a flaky pastry that has pistachio flavor. It's stuffed with pistachio cream. It's really delicious and looks beautiful. They also have some savory baked items like this kind of pizza bread and good coffees and a wider selection of things. Another place I ate at was Not Just Falafel. This is a small kind of like fast casual kind of restaurant, and they have some vegan options. We tried the lahmacun, I believe it's called, which is like a Turkish / Armenian. I know they're different, but maybe the origin was the same. Flatbread, which is tasty, it's nice, it's thin, it's crispy, it's a little bit healthy, and it's a good thing you can have here. We also tried the muhammara, which is like a smoky bean kind of dip. Pretty good. And they also have falafel sort of wraps and options, so it's a good place for vegans in the city. And it's a good budget option as well. Next is Athens Vegan Burgers. I believe this place might be closed at the moment, but it might reopen, so keep it in mind. And it is a good place for some burgers. I tried the smoked hangover, which was a massive creation. It looks like something that would come from like McDonald's in America because it has 2 patties, 3 buns, tofu omelet, onion rings, veggies, chutney, but I thought it was a little bit too wet and there's a little bit too much going on. It was good, it was a little bit pricey, but I wouldn't be like so obsessed. I wanted to get it again, but if you're hungry, it's a really good option. We also tried the kofta burger, which is like an Indian kind of flavored or spiced vegetable patty, and it has some chutney and stuff on it as well. It's a good option, and it's just good if you want like a change from Greek cuisine, which we'll get to a lot more in the video. Next is Winner's Vegan. This is a really interesting restaurant with a unique kind of like fusion style menu and some dishes that you might not expect to have in Athens. For starters, we tried the Dynamite Bowl, which the Dynamite Bowl, it's kind of like a Hawaiian like lunch plate kind of thing if you've ever been to Hawaii. It's like a rice base. They have like a macaroni salad. They have like a fried and breaded seitan chicken with like a Korean sort of like soy glaze. And also has like a sweet miso syrup and some pickled veggies. It's really good and delicious and an interesting combination of flavors. I really enjoyed it. We also tried the udon curry, which udon is like a thick kind of wheat noodle, and the curry was just a nice flavored curry dish. It would be good on a cool night because it's hearty and rich and filling. They also have a banana curry on the menu, which wasn't available when we were there, but I would love to go back and try it because people say it's really delicious. Moving into some Greek delicacies, let's talk about Mr. Puffs. This is a bakery that offers vegan lokomades, and lokomades are like Greek donuts. Think about like a donut, how normally it has a hole in the middle. If you were to take that hole out and eat only that, that is a lokomades. We call them Timbits where I'm from Tim Hortons, but they're delicious and tasty and a nice little sweet treat. I believe Mr. Puffs actually might be closed too, but keep your eye on it and check on Google Maps before you go. But a place to get sweet treats that is absolutely open is Sugar Killer. This is an all-vegan kind of like ice cream parlor / bakery, and it's actually 100% sugar-free, which for me normally that's a huge turnoff. Like, I'm vegan for the animals, guys, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not afraid to get a little sweet treat here and there, but you wouldn't know that it's sugar-free because everything here is so sweet and delicious, including the gelato, of course. They have a pistachio gelato, which is delicious. It's really creamy and flavorful. It's definitely a little bit pricey. I think it was about like €4 for 1 scoop, which yikes. But if you're craving ice cream, it's really good quality. But what you have to get here is the baklava, because this is by far the best baklava I've had in my entire life, because I actually live in a part of the USA with like the biggest Middle Eastern population outside of the Middle East in the USA, I believe. So I'm no stranger to baklava, but This baklava at Sugar Killer, it's so delicious. It's moist. It has like a great simple syrup flavor. The pistachios, it's very flaky, but they warm it up too. So it's amazing. Even if I was stuffed from eating all day, I would still find room for that baklava. It is so good. Make sure you try these baked goods at Sugar Killer. You would never guess it's sugar-free because it's some of my favorite desserts I've had in my entire life. No joke. And last but not least, if you're looking for some more breakfast options, maybe before you go to the Acropolis or explore more of the city, check out Baker's in the Hood. They're a coffee shop that has some like, plant milks and that sort of thing. They also have these kind of like bagel sort of sandwiches where they can put things like maybe guacamole or like an olive kind of spread, so it's nice and savory. It gives you some nutrients before you explore all of Athens. But let's move on and explore some of the Greek islands next. We didn't spend a ton of time in Eos, but we ate at 2 places there. The first place, which you have to go to, is going to be the Nest. This is located in Kora, which is like the old capital, and it has vegan options, but the vegan options are delicious. We ate, number 1, grape leaves, and grape leaves, spoiler alert, you're gonna hear them a little bit more throughout the list because they're so delicious. It's kind of like a grape vine, I believe, that is stuffed with rice and like some herbs. They sometimes can have meat in them, but these ones do not. Luckily, they're totally vegan/vegetarian. They'll always be vegetarian if they're vegan, and they're incredibly delicious. Really fresh. They can have olive oil around them a lot of the time, or be like soaked in olive oil, but they have like an acidic kind of like bright flavor, and it's just so delicious. It's the perfect mixture of like acidic and salty and savory and fresh. I love grape leaves in Greece. They're my favorite in the world. We also tried yamista, which it's essentially like a stuffed either tomato or pepper, where they put it in the oven. And it just like, how tomatoes and peppers get in the oven where they kind of start to like wilt and they become really soft and juicy and flavorful. And inside of it, there'll be like some seasoned rice and maybe some other herbs. Again, so delicious, so fresh. All of like those Mediterranean kind of like foods in the islands in Greece are absolutely delicious and flavorful and amazing. And yamista is incredible. We also tried the giant's beans, or Gigantes Plaki, I think they're called, Gigantes Plaki. And similar to yamista, you use like a tomato sauce, and the tomatoes are so rich and delicious. So, and in the giant beans themselves, like giant white beans. Think of lima beans, or there has to be another kind of big beans. Anyway, so they're really good and flavorful and tasty. Butter beans, that's what I'm thinking of in my head, butter beans. This, honestly, low-key or high-key, might be one of my favorite meals I've ever had in Greece. So it's definitely like top 3. So make sure to go to the Nest. Now, next one is Tie Me Up. And this one has some vegan/vegetarian options as well. It's located in the port of Kora, so if you're staying there, it's a good option to start your day. What we had is like an avocado hummus toast, where it's just toast with avocado and hummus. And on top, you can add optionally curried chickpeas, which this will add some more flavor and more nutrients and protein and calories. So it's a good option for your morning. They also have vanilla chia seed pudding, which it's okay. It's pretty good. It has, I think like a vanilla flavor and maybe some coconut milk and some fruit and stuff. So it's nutritious, but it was missing a little bit of like that flavor and freshness, maybe. Well, not freshness, just flavor, and it's a little bit boring, to be honest, but it's fine. It was good enough and a good breakfast option in the port of Eos. Similar to Eos, all of the restaurants in Naxos had vegan or vegetarian options. Nothing all vegan. And let's start off talking about Heaven's Cafe. This is a little breakfast spot located pretty close to like the main town, Kora, of Naxos. What we ordered here were vegan pancakes, which they're tasty. Like, they're good pancakes. They're a little bit thin and not quite crepe thin, and they had lots of fresh fruit and like a nice sweet syrup. So not like incredibly life-changing, but good, and a good fruity kind of pancake option. With a little bit of like a sweet treat to spoil you in the morning, you know what I mean? We also tried the vegan omelet, which was made with chickpea flour to make the actual like kind of like egg replacement, which is really interesting. It had lots of vegetables as well. It was just a bit lacking in flavor. Maybe a little bit more salt and pepper would help, but it's a fine, decent breakfast option, but it won't blow your socks off. Knock your socks off. Or it won't blow you away or knock your socks off. How about that? They also have a vegan cinnamon roll on the menu, but I don't think it was available when we were there, so keep your eye out for it. Maybe that will knock your socks off or blow you away. A great place for you to eat at is Souvlaki with an exclamation mark. And It's a really great budget option in the same part of Naxos as well. You can have a really good size Souvlaki or Gyro. They're called, there's a small distinction. I think it's based on how you cook the meat in our case. I don't know if there's even like a distinction then, because I think one is like maybe cooked in an oven, or one, the Gyro, I think is like on a spit. I believe that's the difference, but we're vegan, so that doesn't really apply to us. There's two different options, which I'll tell you about here. One is the vegetarian burger with pita bread. This has like the Greek style pita, and it's like a souvlaki in flavor, but has vegan sauces, and it's probably one of my favorite Gyro or souvlaki I've had in all of Greece. A bouquet of deliciousness, everybody. We also tried the falafel pita, which is similar to the souvlaki, but it was more in like an Arab style pita, where it's a little bit more flat, a little bit less like puffy and soft, and they put falafel inside of the wraps. It's a good option, but I like the other one a lot more, to be honest. And they also have Dolmades, Dolmadakia, grape leaves, and they're a good option and a good price as well. Next is going to be Motos Alternative, I'm sure there's like a pun there, bar. This is located deeper into the island of Naxos, into the mountain town of Halki, which you should definitely, side note, we'll get back to the food, explore more of Naxos outside of the port town, rent a car, see the mountains, and it's a really fun island with mountains and beaches and cute towns and the coast and the mountains to explore. Anyway, that's a side note. So if you do end up here, make sure to go to this place because they have really interesting Naxian style pizza, meaning it's like actually local to the island of Naxos, called penirli, and it just has like tomato sauce and a bunch of vegetables on it. It's really fun to try. It's delicious. It's tasty. Again, there could be a little bit more flavor, maybe a little bit like of cheese or something to kind of make it even better, but it's a really good option. I like European breads, and the vegetables are fresh, and the tomato sauce is good, and it's a local food, so it's really cool to try as well. They also have a local liquor called, I think, Citron, maybe Kitron, not too sure to be honest. Here is the local cocktail liquor. It's called Citron of Greece. I think they make it in Halki. Vanessa's gonna try it because she is the alcoholic. No, she's the only one that can drink alcohol right now because I'm on antibiotics. Is it citrusy?
It's citrusy.
It's like limoncello?
Kinda.
Okay.
But I don't know exactly how to describe it. It tastes like kind of like a candy mixed with alcohol.
Is it good? They also have vegan potato burgers, which is a nice kind of little option. They're kind of like little potato patties, but similar to everything else, or some other things I was mentioning. They're lacking a little bit of flavor. Maybe more salt could be nice, or maybe like a nice dipping sauce like tzatziki, if it was vegan or something like that, would make it an even better side dish. But that's a good option to have at this restaurant as well. Lastly, for Naxos, we went to Hug Me, which is a cafe back in the main kind of like Kora area. It's really beautiful. There's lots of seating options. It's definitely like that chic style kind of cafe, but it's right in this really beautiful, like white, Cycladic, Greek style architecture, which for me, I just love the vibe and ambience of this place. And the food is really good too. They have a vegan French toast, which that's really cool. They have kind of like an avocado toast and this local style Greek bread and a tofu scramble. You can put it all together in this like combo option for 25 euros. And if you look at all this food, holy crap, that's a lot of food. It's great for 2 people, although you might be a little bit breaded out. Maybe you're have some trouble digesting all that bread. I don't know, but it's a really good option, and it comes with a drink as well. Great vibes, good coffee, and just a really fun place with good vegan options at Hug Me. So for Paros, similar to Eos, we only stayed for one night, so we were only actually able to try one restaurant, but it's a good recommendation that you should definitely check out. The name is Taverna Moraggio, and what they have that's really good is they have a vegan Moussaka, which I'll cover more later in the video. Moussaka, a lot of people think it's the best like Greek food out of the whole cuisine. I think it's really good. It's kind of like a casserole or like a lasagna, but without like a red sauce. You use like a white bechamel sauce. Here, I think they use soy milk for the bechamel. It's really tasty. It's really good. It has a nice rich flavor too, and there's vegetables in the casserole. Also, they have grape leaves. Duh. Delicious, really good and fresh. And they have an eggplant dip. It's similar to baba ganoush, if you're familiar with Middle Eastern food, where it's kind of like hummus but made from eggplant. But there was a little too chunky. It was almost like a little mushy, or I wouldn't say slimy because it makes it sound like it's going bad, but the texture was kind of like a turn off for us personally. So definitely recommend the Moussaka. Definitely recommend the grape leaves, and it's right by the water too. So eat here for sunset, and you'll see the sun setting. It's so beautiful and peaceful at Taverna Moraggio. So for Milos, we spent a pretty solid amount of time here. Definitely could have spent more. And we ate mostly around the port town of Adamas, because that's where we were staying. But we had some incredible food here. Let's start with Artemis Bakery, because we haven't talked about a bakery on these Greek islands yet. And Artemis has vegan options. They speak good English here, so you can ask them just for clarification what things are vegan and not that are vegan. I'll actually show you clips of me eating all the different foods we bought here. But some quick notes is the pizza bread, or it's kind of like a focaccia style bread, I should say. But it has tomato sauce and lots of vegetables. And they have one without the tomato sauce and just like olives and onions. These are incredible, so delicious. They make for amazing snacks to bring with you if you're like traveling around to the island, or if you're taking the ferry out and you want something to eat on the ferry ride, bring these with you. They're really affordable, they're delicious, they're filling, they're perfect snacks, and they're gonna be great options for you to eat while transporting across the different parts of Greece. So anyway, here, and the Ravani is really delicious, but you'll see that in a second. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Wrinkly Shirt Reviews with your host, Noah. No, terrible pun. Anyway, we went to Artemis Bakery, and we got a collection of things, including this really good looking cake. It looks really nice. Oh, it smells delicious. I'm actually gonna dive right in that now. Oh yeah, that's really nice. It's like an Arabic sort of cake where it's really moist, sweet, but it doesn't really have a strong like chocolate or lemon. It just has like a cake flavor. It's so, did you notice that on camera? Sorry guys, might need to rate this PG-13 for you, but it's really nice, and I think Vanessa will like it too.
It's really moist.
Very moist. Almost feels like someone like slobbered on it. I'm kidding. Just wanted to read it for you. Not the belly. Okay. You guys all took on my OnlyFans to see more of that. Nah, I don't have one, but let me know if you want one in the comments below. Anyway, then we have this really nice little strawberry jam thing. I'll take a bite of it and let you know how it tastes. Exactly how you think. It's like sugary filled with jam, and there's like a shortbread sort of taste to it. That's really good. I also have this nice almond sort of dessert. Oh yeah, that is it. What do you think, Vanessa?
Well, this one.
Of almond deliciousness.
I haven't tried it yet. This one's really good.
Yeah, it's a strawberry one.
It's really good though. I really like both.
Okay, well let's get to more of that fun, huh? No! Also, here we have a Rice Krispie treat. No, just kidding. There's sesame seeds in this. And maybe almonds, I don't know. But the lady recommended it, so I had to grab it and try something that looks different, unique, besides just the typical confection sort of sweets. I like that a lot. And this is this cinnamon sugar pretzel. That's not what it is, but that's what I'm calling it. This looks like fair food, but I love anything with cinnamon in it, so it should be good. Yep. Tastes like an elephant here, but really nice. Next is Trapatzeles. This has vegan options. It's right by the water, and the server there was really kind, and he actually worked at the motorbike shop in the town as well, so we saw him the next day when we went to the motorbike. But anyway, the food here is incredible. This is like the meal where we first started to really fall in love with Greek cuisine and how fresh and delicious it is, to be honest. What we had was one, domato kefteres, which those are like sun-dried tomato balls. Oh my god, this is so good. I love sun-dried tomatoes and the way that they're put together. They just have that nice like charred texture and flavor on the outside too. Not where it's like burnt, but nice like little grilled charred charcoal flavor. And the tomatoes are so fresh and amazing. This trip actually also started to make Vanessa, my wife, appreciate tomatoes more, because before like tomatoes had been a big no-no for her, but here they're incredible and delicious. So try them out. We also tried the grape leaves, which these are incredible. So good, so fresh, great texture, good amount of olive oil, great amount of acidity. It's just amazing. We also tried Lolodakia Yamista, which Yamista, I think it means stuffed, but for this dish, it's stuffed zucchini flowers. These are so fresh, and they're stuffed with like rice, and they're served to you in this beautiful like little dish. So good. These kinds of Mediterranean vegetables are just incredible in Greece, and we'll talk more about them later. But anyway, Trapatzeles, one of my favorite restaurants in Greece, definitely in Milos as well. But let's continue on. We also ate at Flisvos, which also has vegan and vegetarian options. And here for the first time, we tried the Gigantes Plaki, or the giant beans, but I think this one is pretty close to the one at the Nest in Eos, because it was our first time having it. It's so fresh, the tomatoes, the beans, and it's served with a bunch of like fresh cut dill on top, the right amount of olive oil in there too, to just give it like that fatty kind of balance. So good. Next, we tried the artichoke and lemon sauce. Unreal, unreal. Remember when I was talking about the stuffed zucchini flour? These artichokes are cooked to perfection. They're so fresh, they're so soft, but not like mushy soft. It just like melts in your mouth soft, which is amazing. And the actual like sauce or marinade has the lemon flavor, which is very fresh but not too overpowering. The olive oil, you can just tell it's a great quality, and they have the fresh dill on top as well. It's just perfect. It's perfect. I could eat this food every day of my life and never get sick of it. Those two dishes in particular are amazing at Flisvos. A place that wasn't amazing is Spirtoni, which I think it's closed, so don't check it out if it's closed, and probably don't check it out if it isn't, to be honest. But I mean, to be fair, we did try their vegan burgers, which it was okay. It was pretty good. It had like vegan bacon, but it was a really expensive burger, and it's still missing a little bit something for like being 15 euros, to be honest. And the fries were horrid. I'm sorry, but I don't know how you could ruin my favorite vegetable so terribly. It was like eating like hard plastic. Maybe it was a bad day, so fair enough if it is. And the falafel was decent from what I remember. Didn't really give a big impression on me. Maybe that was just kind of spoiled by the fries and that sort of thing. So it's an option if you're desperate and want to try something else, but I wouldn't really put it at the top of my list personally. And also we ate at Gregory's, which is a cafe, which has of course coffee with vegan milks and stuff, but what it has that makes it one of my favorite places in the world is, one, it has a vegan cheese pie, which this is kind of like a vegan savory scone with like melted cheese inside. It's really good. It's really tasty. Has a nice rich cheesy flavor. If you're into that sort of thing, but even more than that, it has Spanakopita, or spinach pie, and I really wasn't familiar with spinach pies that much before coming to Greece. And this one, it just has a beautiful flaky pastry on the outside, and whoever thought spinach inside could be so delicious. It has a similar kind of flavor profile to like grape leaf, where it's a little bit like acidic but salty. So good. I could eat one of these every day. It's a perfect way to start your day with spinach pie and some coffee. You can just go right by the port and like look at the water and the mountains around you while eating this delicious, ridiculously good spinach pie at Gregory's with a coffee to start your day. So check it out. You will not be disappointed. And lastly, the most famous Greek island, Santorini. And there's lots to see and do here, lots to eat. It's a very vegan-friendly island, which is great for you. So I'll tell you which town each place is in, starting at Veganissimo, which is all vegan, and it is in the capital of Fira. And what makes Veganissimo so cool is they have so many Greek dishes that are going to be very hard to find in other parts of Greece. Starting off with the Greek salad. This is like one of the most famous Greek items, and you would think, oh, it's a salad. Of course you can find a vegan version of it. No, you cannot. It's very difficult, and the star of the show is feta cheese. But here, they have a vegan feta cheese. Maybe it's made from tofu or soy or something, I don't know. But it's a really big salad. It's definitely pricey, so keep that in mind. It's a decent portion as well, and it's very fresh. My wife, she wasn't as big of a fan of it personally. I thought it was fun to try because I love Greek salads back at home, but I'm more used to like back in the day when I'd have it, the crumbled feta cheese. This is just like a massive block they just throw on your plate. But it's really cool to try a vegan Greek salad in Greece, of course. This was also our first time trying Moussaka, which I've told you about before, in Paros, and this one I think is better than the one in Paros, to be honest. It's really delicious, very hearty, very filling, very rich. Yeah, so definitely try the Moussaka here. It's really good. They also have Souvlaki, which was my first time trying it here, but this is kind of more like a plate kind of like presentation, where they give you a plate, the pita, and on the top it just kind of like has like a vegan tzatziki spread, and the kind of like falafel balls, and the actual like potatoes. So I like it, to be honest, more when it's served at more like little humble, kind of quiet little sandwich shops that are more casual kind of fare rather than a sit-down restaurant. But it's still good. It's a decent souvlaki, but it's not my favorite compared to the others. But I would definitely eat it very happily if I was hungry. It's good. We also tried fava here for the first time. Fava, it's kind of like a bean dip though, similar to hummus. It's like a split bean, I guess, that's popular in Greece. So we wanted to try it. It was good, it was fine, but to be honest, we liked hummus more. So for like the price point, we didn't really have a strong interest to order fava from here again, but it's fun to try, and I would definitely recommend trying it here or anywhere else that you see it. So fava was fun. We also tried the tomato balls, tomato keftedes, I think is the name of it. Here, they were not very good, to be honest. They were, to me, undercooked. I liked when they were a little overcooked and charred back in Milos. Well, not overcooked, but to me, cooked perfectly. But here, they were a little like softer. So it was fun to have the option to try it, but in comparison to Milos, I would not recommend it here. Next is Falafel Land, which is also in Fira. This is actually the first place we got any food in Greece at, and it's a great budget option. Here, they serve just like falafel wraps, and they're good, they're tasty. You could do like a regular or a really big size if you're hungry. And it's going to be filled with falafel and like a vegan, like tahini kind of sauce. It's more Middle Eastern style than Greek style, although there is like a big overlap between the two cuisines because of the history and geography, of course. But it's a great option. They also have brownies as well that are vegan that are really good too. So keep that in mind if you want a budget option and you just love these kinds of wraps, because we love them ourselves for sure. Speaking of wraps, in the town of Ia, the famous Instagram location with the blue dome churches that has the most crowds I've seen in any part of Greece, we recommend eating at Piazza because this is like a Souvlaki Euro shop, and here they have delicious Souvlaki or Gyro with a soy meat, which is a nice change from falafel because we love falafel, but sometimes it's nice to have a change of pace, to be honest. And it has a vegan sauce. I think it's maybe like a little bit of a mayo base, but it's not like too strong of a mayo flavor. Anyway, it was one of my favorites I've had in all of Greece. Really delicious, really tasty, and a great budget option for Ia as well, because this area does get a lot of foot traffic, a lot of tourists. So I think prices here are going to be a little bit more pricey compared to other parts of Greece or even Santorini itself. And we also ate here after hiking from Fira to Ia, which is a really cool journey. Check out that video if you want to see more of the beauty of Santorini and some cool things to do there. But anyway, we also ate at Lolita's, which is also in Ia, and that's a gelato place. It's not completely vegan, neither is Piazza. They have some vegan options. And here they have some vegan gelato as well, including strawberry and chocolate. And my wife, we've both been to Italy. She said this was her favorite gelato, like ever, more so than even Italy. How is it?
Oh my god.
¿Quieres?
That is so good.
Really?
This is better than the one in
Don't say it.
Milos.
I was gonna say Italy. Oh my god, that'd be blasphemous.
Better than Italy.
Okay. It's definitely up there for me. I would not make that claim, Italians. You know, I'm not going to commit blasphemy here on video. Not at least if you're watching my video. You know, I support your cuisine too. And last, but certainly not least, possibly, I think maybe my favorite meal I had in all of Greece, like everything considered, is going to be Five Senses. This is in Fira. It looks like it might be temporarily closed, but it's been open for a long time and it has great reviews and it was amazing. So I'm sure we'll open again or something similar to it. So keep that in mind. But here is what I recommend you eat, because Five Senses is actually a fine dining vegan restaurant, which that's not really my speed most of the time. I'm more normally like casual fare or like middle level. I don't really like to splurge money on fine dining. I kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's really fun to treat yourself, especially as a vegan, especially while being in Greece on vacation. And it was actually my birthday, so that's the reason we ate here. We spoiled ourselves a little bit for a special day. What I ate here, starting off, I had homemade bread, which they have like two little cute rolls. They're good. Bread's good. What can I say? We also tried pumped potato croquettes, and these are like little, pretty much like balls of fried mashed potato, and it was on top of a garlic cream sauce, which is really delicious and crispy as well. My wife, she tried the purple roll, which is kind of like an interesting culinary idea with some like caramelized vegetables, and it also had like a white cream cheese, not cream, real cream, and parsley oil. And it was an interesting idea, but it was a little bit light and a little bit lackluster, to be honest. But what was not lackluster was the mushroom orzo, which I had, which was cooked, which orzo, if you don't know, it's like tiny little pastas that are like the size of like a big grain of rice, and it's cooked with like a heavy vegan cream, vegan parmesan, and vegan coconut milk, so it's so rich and creamy, and it's served with mushroom, but the mushroom has like a nice umami rich flavor, so just rich and creamy and umami and so delicious. One of the best things I've had in my life. Honestly, it was so freaking good. We also tried the Ravani, which is that delicious like yellow cake with simple syrup, but here they put some like fruit jellies and a white cream with it, so it's so good. It was my birthday cake, so maybe I'm a little bit biased too, but it was so unbelievable, and I wish I could have this every day of my life. It was so good. Five Senses, It's amazing vegan fine dining and a little nice break from just falafels and gyros if you're kind of getting a little sick of that too. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. As promised, I'll tell you some of the ultimate tips for traveling Greece as a vegan. Number one, a lot of Greek cuisine is very vegan friendly by nature. Our first host in Santorini actually said Greece is historically more of a poor country, so eating meat was more of a luxury. So a lot of the dishes can be very vegan/vegetarian friendly. Here are some ones you should keep your eye out for at any Greek restaurant you eat at, and with just a few clarifying questions, you can have honestly a really amazing Greek dinner. You want to look out for fava, which is that bean dip I was telling you about. Hummus, of course. A lot of Greek restaurants will have hummus because of the proximity to the Middle Eastern world and the history. Grape leaves, yamista, giant's beans, the stuffed zucchini flowers, the sun-dried tomatoes, and most tables will serve bread too. So if you get some dips and some bread and one of those dishes, you'll have a really delicious, amazing dinner and you won't get bored. And then of course you can still find the Souvlaki or falafel wraps a lot throughout Greece as well. Also, grocery stores in Greece tend to be very vegan friendly. For example, you can easily go to a small little mart or grocery store, even a convenience store maybe, and find these little dips like hummus or maybe fava, the dip we talked about earlier. You can easily buy a bundle of Greek bread or some other kinds of bread, which is fresh and tasty for a reasonable price. Get some fresh veggies, some fruit. We even bought some vegan cheese in one of the markets and grocery stores we found on Milos. So you can take this, make a little bit of a meal, bring it back to your Airbnb, your accommodation, or take it to the beach and just have kind of a nice little elevated Greek snack or mini meal all to yourself and enjoying the beautiful scenery around you on the go or at your own privacy at your Airbnb. So that's a really good tip as well to keep in mind. And my ultimate tip is Gregory's, the cafe I love that we ate at on Milos. It's actually a chain, so you can find them in Athens and probably other parts of Greece as well. We found one at the airport, which made for a perfect snack to bring some spinach pies with us onto the plane. Amazing, so delicious, so happy it's a chain. Normally that can maybe take away the magic of it, but the fact that you can find it throughout Greece is really cool. So keep your eye open for Gregory's to have some delicious Spanakopita on your travels. Because that really brings us to the end of my vegan guide for Greece. Those are the 6 places I visited, but I loved Greece. I loved the culture, the food, the nature. So I definitely would love to go back to Greece in the future, visit some other areas, maybe some other islands like Rhodes or Corfu or Crete, or maybe some more areas in the mainland, and then I'll update my vegan guide in the future if that happens. But what do you think? Are you going to visit any of these places in my vegan guide to Greece? Let me know in the comments down below, or which of these options or foods, dishes looks the most delicious to you. I'd love to hear it. And thanks so much. Make sure to stay vegan, stay happy, and stay full when traveling to Greece, everybody. Thanks so much. See you in the next one. Peace.